Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the National Weather Service Atlanta office's weekly weather briefing. I'm meteorologist Sid King, and I'll be giving you a rundown on what we can expect over the next several days. So for our highlights, we still have river flooding ongoing in portions of central Georgia from the heavy rain we got over the weekend. But for today, dry conditions are expected across the forecast area. We do have a fire danger statement in effect along and north of I-20 for this afternoon and evening, but then we'll have a transition tomorrow and showers and thunderstorms are expected ahead of an advancing cold front late Friday afternoon and into Saturday. Some storms could become strong to severe, capable of producing damaging winds, and a short-lived tornado cannot be ruled out. Rainfall amounts will generally be a ½ inch to an inch in far north Georgia, with diminishing amounts to the south. Then after a dry day on Sunday, warm temperatures and rain chances will return early next week. So before we begin, here's a look at our rainfall from late last week and into the weekend. You can see many areas along and south of I-20 received 3 or more inches of rain, including some locations in west central Georgia around the LaGrange area saw over 10 inches of rain. So for over the weekend, we had numerous instances of flash flooding and river flooding. Some points are still ongoing. We can see that here. These markers at the bottom of the image on the top left-hand side indicate a few river gauges that are currently indicating ongoing flooding conditions, and they're highlighted here in orange at the stream table at the bottom. We have 2 more river points that are forecast to flood, Abbeville, ABBG1, late Friday p.m., and then MTVG1 early Saturday a.m. And we have actually just issued on Abbeville for for a flood warning for this for Friday p.m. and beyond. So taking a look at satellite and radar imagery for this morning, once again we're mostly sunny skies expected today with dry conditions, with rain remaining well to the west of our forecast area. Seasonal conditions are ongoing today with highs in the low to mid 70s. And then overnight, lows will drop into the upper 40s and low 50s. Our morning low temperatures tomorrow are going to be a little warmer than today because we're going to have cloud cover increasing from the northwest. And then we have our minimum relative humidity values for today. A lot of them are going to be between 20 and 30%. With the lowest amounts along and north of I-20, which is below 25%. We do have a fire danger statement in that location for this afternoon and evening due to the dry fuels and the low relative humidity values. Winds are expected to be out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour this afternoon. Early tomorrow, we're going to start seeing a transition in the pattern. The surface high pressure, as that continues to move southeast, we're going to be getting warm and moist air off of the Atlantic Ocean that's going to advect into our area. Meanwhile, there's going to be a low pressure system, as you can see over Nebraska, that's going to continue to move northeast. And as it does, a cold front is going to be moving towards the southeast, which is going to bring our next round of active weather ahead of this cold front. Temperatures are going to be warmer on Friday with highs mainly in the upper 70s and low 80s. And you can see in this graphic on the right, rain chances are going to begin to increase across the far northern tier during the late afternoon and early evening. Then on Friday night into Saturday morning, the lows are going to continue to rise due to the moisture and cloud cover, mainly in the 60s across the area. Then showers and thunderstorms are going to spread into northwest Georgia during the overnight hours. So here's a loop from the HRRR as the storms begin to move into the area. So this is roughly midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And you can see here that the line enters North Georgia just after midnight and then begins to push southward, arriving roughly along I-85 by 8 o'clock in the morning. Of course, don't focus on exact timing of this, as there is some uncertainty remaining, and this, after all, is just one model solution. But in any case, our line of thunderstorms ahead of the front is expected to enter the northwest early Saturday and move southeast. Our highest threat for severe weather will be in the northwest just before sunrise. So here's what that looks like. From the Storm Prediction Center, we have a slight risk, level 2 out of 5 for severe thunderstorms in far northwest Georgia, with a marginal risk just south and east of that. And this risk is expected to diminish because instability will also diminish as the line moves southeast, which will limit the severe threat. However, favorable shear is going to remain, and as a result, we can anticipate some storms capable of producing damaging wind gusts, and we can't entirely rule out the possibility of a short-lived tornado. The severe weather risk will pick back up during the daytime Saturday, with a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms across mostly central Georgia during the day on Saturday. We will have better instability in the afternoon due to daytime heating, and combined with strong shear ahead of the cold front, we can once again expect a couple of storms to produce damaging wind gusts and possibly a short-lived tornado. So for Saturday, the cloud cover is going to keep things a little cooler, mostly in the upper 70s across the area, but our rain chances are going to be highest generally south and along I-85 during the daytime Saturday. Through Saturday night, our rainfall totals are forecast to be between about a ½ inch to an inch across the far northern tier, with progressively lower amounts as you go further south. Widespread flooding concerns are not anticipated. However, if we get some locally stronger storms, they could produce some isolated instances of flash flooding. As the cold front clears the area, the lingering showers are going to exit the southeast by late Saturday night, with a cooler air mass building in. Temperatures will mainly be in the 40s, but could reach the mid-30s in the higher elevations of far northeast Georgia on Sunday morning, which could lead to a couple of patchy areas of frost in areas that are sheltered from the winds. Then high temperatures on Sunday will be very seasonal, mainly in the upper 60s to low 70s across the area. Rain chances are expected to return next week, as the high pressure regime on Sunday is very short-lived. That high is going to quickly move away to the northeast, and then warm and moist air is going to build in on the back side of it, and this is going to lead to a warming trend through midweek. Then we'll have an upper level disturbance which could help organize showers and thunderstorms Monday through Tuesday, which will be followed by an advancing cold front Wednesday into Thursday. Here's an outlook for our week ahead, and mainly in this I want to highlight Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're looking at about 25 to 35% chances of showers each day, some thunderstorms as well later in the period, and then our high temperatures climbing all the way into the upper 80s towards midweek next week. So to sum things up, we still have river flooding ongoing in portions of central Georgia from the heavy rain last weekend. We're expecting dry conditions today with a fire danger statement in effect along and north of I-20. Showers and thunderstorms are expected once again ahead of an advancing cold front Friday night and into Saturday. Some of these storms could be strong to severe, capable of producing damaging winds, and it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that a short-lived tornado could develop. Rainfall amounts at their highest will be a ½ inch to an inch in far north Georgia, with diminishing amounts to the south. Then, after a brief reprieve on Sunday, warm temperatures and rain chances are going to return early and then remain through midweek next week. That concludes our weekly weather briefing. Here's our contact information if you ever need to get in touch with us. On behalf of all of us here at NWS Atlanta, we'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have an excellent week.